Hello, party people. Good morning. Good morning. It's Randy for Thunderhorse Descendant. I'm here today on a Tuesday because it's Tuesday, and on Tuesday, y'all, we do two lives. We do this one and we do Facebook. Facebook tonight. Facebook tonight. I forgot all about Facebook tonight until right now. But that's what we're doing. What's going on? Good morning. Good morning, Patty. Good morning, Mary. Oh, you guys are cute. Oh, Patty's going to spend the weekend with the Grands. Spend tomorrow night with the Grands. Good morning, Jenny. Hello. Hi, Heather. Good morning. No money involved today. Hopefully, I won't lose the live today, Heather. We had some, I don't know if it was our internet or what, but we had tornado stuff going on. We had a storm, and I don't know if there was maybe outages or things, but we were able to recover it yesterday. But yeah, some of you said that you were not able to get back on the live, so I apologize for that, but I don't know. We'll just try again next week. Good morning, PK. Good morning, Karen. Karen says it's bright and sunny here. Hi, Sandra. Hi, Cynthia. Hi, Mary. Hi, Patty. Hello. Yeah, so today, good morning, Gloria. Announcements first. So, we have no Shannon today. Shannon is still not feeling very good. So she's home, and I am going to be finishing up the rest of the links. So I wanted to let you guys know, for those of you who were able to get on yesterday. So my website is still down, okay, but that's okay because we're just using links from Square. In essence, these are like links from PayPal. These are like PayPal invoices, if you've ever done that, except they're coming from Square. So I did have three people. I did have three people I created the links for yesterday. I was a little worried it wasn't going to add the shipping and the whatever, but I had three people get the link, purchase the link yesterday. Everything went swimmingly. I just messaged them the link or emailed them the link, and they were able to pay for their order that way. So I am going to do the rest of them today after we get off the morning coffee. So that's the goings-ons with that, so no need to fret. You just can't order additional things from the website because the website isn't working. But here we are. Good morning. Hi, Donna. Good morning, Angela. I saw that my recovery wasn't happening. Mr. Bunsen? I don't know if it was Mr. Bunsen this time, because Mr. Bunsen was up here doing stuff, so I don't know. Good morning, Leah. Yeah, so anyways, wanted to give you the update on that. And then today I have to record some videos because Softflex has a deadline thing they're doing. So I'm going to do the links, and then I'm going to do some recording. And some other stuff. I don't know. But that's what we're doing today. And then I will be live on Facebook tonight at 8 o'clock. So we always do Facebook Live on at 8 o'clock Central Time. So everything is always Central Time. 8 o'clock Central Time. And I don't know what we'll do, but we'll do some stuff and it'll be fun. It'll be alive. It'll start at 8 on the business page, on the Facebook business page. Hi, good morning, Rosanna. So today I have some gifts that I'm going to open. So these are what we ordered on Friday. I have 3 who've already shipped, and they got here yesterday. So we got some quick shippers in the group because these were all ordered from the Thunderhorse Descendant group's Etsy stores that I have saved on my thing. So I have three here that I'm gonna open. I haven't opened them. I saved them to open them with you guys. morning, Lori. Today is my last external radiation treatment. Oh, then I have 3 internal treatments. Well, at least this portion is over, Lori. Yeah. So, I hope you guys got your coffee. Also, we're going to do questions and answer time, like Q&A stuff. So, if you guys have questions for me, go ahead and let me know in the comments what your questions are. I get a lot of questions on YouTube. And the reason I'm doing this is because we do have a lot of new people in the group. But when I started talking about my sobriety birthday and everybody started sending all these like questions and private messages and things. I also get other questions about different things on my YouTube channel that you guys can't see. So I just thought, well, if one person is asking, maybe the rest of you have questions. I don't know. Hooray! Good morning. Back to work for me today. Oh, sad, Christine. Congratulations on your sobriety birthday. That's really awesome. One step at a time. You got this. Yes. Yeah. So we're going to jump into opening my first sobriety gift. So if you were not here on Friday we went on to so Friday was my sobriety birthday. I've been sober for 10 years. Whoop, whoop. So I went on a little shopping spree, which I don't do normally. I usually don't like spend money a lot. If I do, it's usually like Jeff's like, you should buy something for yourself, and I'm like, So I don't usually spend a whole lot of money, but yeah. So I went on this little shopping spree. I went into my Etsy account, and all of you guys who have sent me your shops, I've favorited your shops, and so we shopped around on the shops, and I ordered some things. And so anyway, 3 of the packages have arrived, so we're going to start with the first one. I might have to zoom out a little bit. Now, if you sent me a package and you don't want me to open it on the camera, you might want to speak now. Might want to speak now. Let me see if anybody responds. At least it isn't Monday. Oh. That's awesome. A great reason to celebrate. Yes, it is a great reason to celebrate. So I'm going to start with this lovely purple one. Now, I'm not going to show you my stuffy stuff on there. Not because of me. You guys all know where I live. All my addresses come on all your packages. But maybe the other person, you know. So I'm going to open this purple one I got. With my fancy Target scissor. Jefferson was just laughing at me because my scissors have charms on them. Yesterday, he was like, why has your scissor got charms on it? I was like, babe, everything has charms on it. Come on now. Okay, so here we go. Oh, looks like I don't remember what I ordered. Okay, there's no note, nothing else in there. So this is from Moonsprite Hollow. Maybe she put a card in the box. Ooh, critique the package time. Well, this is quite lovely packaging. This is the same exact packaging that I use. It's got a black box. It's got her sticker on there. Can you guys see very good? I kind of feel like it's blurry. And she's using washi tape. We do the same thing. We use random washi tapes to zip our boxes up because they're pretty. I mean, it has a black box, so I highly recommend. The box protects things in shipping. I used to get a $1 bead box. Wait, what? I used to get the $1 bead box. I canceled. Not much variety. No. The real question is, why doesn't yours have charms on it? Right, PK? Angela has been sober since November of 2015. Living life on life's terms is hard. Grateful to be doing it sober. Yeah. I was not impressed with the $1 bead box. Still think bargain bead box is the best deal for the money. Oh, well, I made some plans. I don't know if you guys saw that. Oh, it's got a note. Let me see if it's internet appropriate. Hey, what in the world is this? Lady. Naomi, Randy, congratulations on 10 years of your sobriety. What an awesome achievement. You are kind and generous, uplifting and thoughtful, and all around a great person. You have a way of making people feel special and accepted. Not many people are able to do that so effortlessly. Thank you for all that you do. Love, Christine. Christine, you sneaky girl. This is not, okay. Christine is a sneaky girl. Okay, so if you're not here on Friday, I was like putting things in my cart, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna order from the shops, and then I was like, oh, I put these things in my cart, these things here, I put them in my cart, and then when I went to pay, it said these things were already purchased, and I was like, oh dang. But Christine bought them and sent them to me as a gift, because this is not Christine's shop, this is Naomi's shop. So you are a sneaky girl, but thank you so much. I love them. Clearly I love them. I picked them out. Good morning. Oh, also, these are little sticker packs that when me and Naomi were talking about her shop, she got these from us, which is super cool that she sends them to me. So anyways, thank you, Christine, for the gift. So I got a lab, and then I also have a fluorite, because this fluorite, it's got fluorite and an amethyst. Now, was that amethyst on there in the beginning? I think it was. Anyway, so this came from Naomi's shop, but is a gift from Christine. That's so cool. You guys are so silly. I'm excited. I'm going to wear these together. I'm probably going to layer them just like this, honestly. So, super excited. Thank you, Christine. Got me over here almost crying. I was like, hey, wait a minute. This is not right. So that was that. Oh, Christine, you are the best. Gloria has canceled everything except for Bargain Bead Box. Most bang for the buck. You're welcome. Thanks, lady. It's like Christmas. Yes, she's sneaky. So then, this must be what I ordered from Naomi instead, right? It must be. Let me see. No. No, this is just from Naomi. Or maybe it's also from Christine. Wait, let me see what the note says. Randy, happy 10th sobriety birthday. This keychain purse charm has one bead for each year of your success. So proud of how far your journey has taken you. Keep it up, love, Naomi. Oh, this one's from Naomi. Did I even order anything from Naomi? What's going on? You guys. Oh, well, that's cute. Look, it's a little half moon. Thank you, Naomi. And she says it's got 10 beads. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, it does. And it has a cute little dragonfly for transformation. Isn't that, well, the dragonfly has got a lot of reasons, I'm assuming. But these are cute. It's got amethyst, and amethyst is the sobriety stone. And then I'm not sure what these ones are. They kind of look like phantom quartz, but they kind of look green. Very cool. Well, I can put that on my bag. I love a good purse charm. I always be decking up my purses because I have just these boring purses. The Thunder Chatters are great people. Yes, they are. Thank you, ladies. I'm like, oh, my order's here. Turns out I don't even have an order. What in the world? Ugh. Well, that's very nice of the both of you. Thank you so much. So this is Moon Sprite Hollow. This is Naomi, and she has been a Thunderhorse Descendant for quite a while. And it's super fun because we talked when she's getting ready to set up her shop, and we talked about a lot of stuff, so I think it's really cool. It could be fluorite, they said. Oh, maybe so. Let me see. Does fluorite have inclusions in it? Can you guys see the include? I was trying to look in the light. Maybe it is fluorite. I have to ask her. That is way cool. Okay, so, well, I guess I don't have an order from Moon Sprite Hollow. So, anyways, moving on. So, did want to say, oh, this is going to be my next one. So, one of the questions that I get asked all the time, if you guys are new here, so we are doing questions. So, when I started talking about my sobriety birthday, people were like, oh, you're in sobriety, and there's lottie-dottie things and stuff. So, I have been sober for 10 years. I got sober before I started my Etsy shop. So I started my Etsy shop in 2015. Like, my being on Etsy is when I started selling in 2015. And then it was like a hobby. I lived in Las Vegas at that time. I opened my Etsy shop when I lived in Las Vegas. And yeah. So when I got sober is when I really deep dove into like making more stuff, right? Because it was just very therapeutic for me. So, but I didn't really start like getting really, really into it until like 2018. Because if you don't know, I am new to the bead game. Put it under the black light. Oh. I am new to the bead game. I mean, yeah, I'm new. I started beading when I was very young, when I was like 6. I started beading. But only with seed beads. So I would help my grandmas and my aunties and everybody do like outfits for the powwow for my brother and like stuff like that. So we did like seed beading, but never really anything besides seed beading, like pretty much my whole life. So then I'm very impatient. I'm a very impatient person. So I struggle with the seed beading. So I'm just like, I took some time off from the seed beading. And then also I was an alcoholic. So I was not beading while I was an alcoholic. And then in 2012, I came to school. Was that 2012? Anyway, I met Jeff, Bead Jeff, from the jewelry store. From the Bead Store, from Taylor Swift's Bead Store in 2012 is when I met him. And my girlfriend, we were in school together. I'm an addiction counselor. So we were going to graduate school at Hazleton, Betty Ford, and that was before it was Hazleton, Betty Ford. And the school is like right close to the Bead Store. It's like out in the middle of nowhere. It's like literally in the middle of nowhere. But it's also a treatment center, so I get it. But anyway, so my girlfriend Laura and she was like, oh, have you been to the Taylor Swift's Bead Store? And I was like, no. And she's like, oh, we should check it out. So we went one day after school, and so after school, we were like 20 something. We went to the Bead Store, and I didn't know that they made gemstones into beads. Like, this is how I'm just like, what's happening? And I walk in there and I'm like, oh, this is my home. This is where I live. And like every day after that, I went back to the Bead Store. So I meet Jeff, I meet Diane. Amber wasn't at the store yet. She came shortly after. And I lived nearby the store because I was going to school and stuff. But I was busy because it was like, graduate school was insane. So when I wanted to take a break from like my studying or whatever, I would go to the Bead Store. And then, so my Jeff was always like, go to the Bead Store, like go take I'd be like just in a circle on the floor with all my books, like crying. And so he was like, just go to the Bead Store. So I would go and then whatever. So anyways, I became a counselor, did all my internships, things and stuff. And in 2015, I was in Las Vegas, and I really was like, I think I'm gonna like start an Etsy shop. And so I did, and then but it was just like hobby stuff because I was working. And then I moved back to Minnesota, and shortly after that, and when me and Jeff got the little apartment. You guys remember the little apartment? I think that was in like 2018. I don't remember. Anyway, we were in the little apartment and there was just no space for like all my beads and stuff, you know. I mean, if you guys go back on my Facebook videos, if you're new here, if you haven't, go back to my Facebook videos and you'll see like we literally lived in like less than a 500 square foot apartment with 2 dogs, and it was so itty bitty teeny tiny. Some of you guys have been around since that time, right? Some of you have been here, like I think Rebecca's been here for a while. I know Rosanna's been here since then. She's seen my little apartment. But yeah, just like, it was crazy town. Here is this guy. So this is another order that I made. Anyway, so yeah, we were living there and there just wasn't a lot of room, and I was working. I worked really crazy hours when I lived in the city because I worked mostly with heroin addicts, and I did inpatient treatment, so I had to be there super early. And I would just get so stressed out from like work and stuff. Okay, I don't want to put any papers. There might be private notes. Let me see. What's that? Oh, that's some stuff. Yeah, I used to beat on the floor and outside. Well, yeah, Rosanna. I had to beat on the floor. So we didn't have a table. Like, this is how small our apartment was. We had this little tiny kitchen. It was literally like, it was probably like 8 feet long, maybe 10. It was probably like 10 feet long by like maybe 10 feet across, like maybe. That was pushing it. We didn't have a table, so we had a couch and we had a TV. And then eventually when I started my, when I was like beading more and stuff, I was like, we got to get rid of all this. And in 2018, when I decided to start my Etsy shop, we got rid of our couch, we got rid of our TV, we got rid of everything in our living room, and it was Thunderhorse Descendant was the living room. So I had like shelving for the garage. I had like garage shelving, which by the way, I found in the alley down the way from our house. And we had all the garage shelf. We're still using it. That alley garage shelving is still downstairs. We're still using that stuff. Yeah, and then I had 2 tables set up, one on each side of the room, and we still didn't have a table, so I would either beat on the floor or I would go outside and beat on like our picnic table, because we did have in essence, we like lived in like the half of a basement of someone's house is basically what the deal was. So they did have a yard. So they let us have the yard because we had the dogs. So most of the time the dogs were always outside. The dogs had enough space. The dogs had space. And so yeah, I was just working. Jeff was working. And we were just living in our little tiny apartment. And then I moved out to St. Croix for like a year when I really wanted to get serious about like making Thunderhorse Descendant bigger. And also my mom was still staying in St. Croix, and she was going to Arizona, and she wanted me to watch Lily. So you guys know Lily, who is now our dog, but when Lily was a baby. So I went out there. Something just glitched. We're looping? Why are we looping? Can you guys still hear me? Back again. Okay. Weird. Okay. Better now. Hi, Carolyn. Frozen. Yeah, I don't know what the deal is. Well, are you back, Heather? People are saying that it's back now. I don't know why this thing keeps acting up. It just recently started doing this. You're back. Okay. I'm back. So, okay, this order looks to be, this just looks to be my packing slip. I got you back. Okay, so whoever is sending, I don't want to name names, but whoever is sending 2 pieces of paper as your packing slip, on Etsy there is a place where you can print the packing slip, and it's going to give you all this information that you're including here. but it's just going to be the information you need, and then you can print it out on one piece of paper, because not only is this weight, but also it's more weight because it's 2 pieces, but you could just get a packing slip. You can set it up on Etsy to like how you want your packing slips to look and like stuff like that. What information you want included in it. So just FYI on that. Yep, I can hear it trying to cut out. Why is it doing that? Okay, so this, oh, I thought it was taped up. Oh yes. Okay, this is from Rita. So I ordered this from Rita's shop because it was going to match the other one that I ordered from her a little while ago. Oh, and she put a little charm on it for me. I had messaged her and I said, could you put a little charm on there? So she did, a little flower. It's very cute. And it's just little pearls that have been wire wrapped. Very cute. And then what is this she sent? Yeah, it was a weird one. I had to go out and come back. Sorry, Makisha. Oh, I got some little, oh, these must be to make your own earring kit. So these are just, these look like, oh, maybe zebra jasper? Looks like maybe some zebra jasper stones. Not sure. And some little earring wires. So this guy, very cute. So now usually like the last one that I got from Rita was the one with that she made with the Missing Link series, and it was a little big, but I figured I could just use one of these links to wrap it up. Maybe this one won't be too bad. Yeah, and then this one can just be like a little charmy piece. Maybe even go up one more. I like my bracelets tight, and I have a little tiny wrist, so it's not Rita's fault. There we go. Because I like to have them tight. So I can either take that off or just leave it as a little charm. I'll probably just leave it there. But it's very cute, and it'll match my other one. I'm not usually a gold person, so I'm trying new things. I think the extra gifts are amazing touches. Thank you for everyone who does that. It is a little extra happy surprise. Yeah, I really enjoy the little extra gifts. I think that they're cute. There. Yeah, so anywho, who can guess who this one's from? I always know when I get a rose package. Yeah, so anyway, I would bead on the floor, I'd bead outside, I'd do all these things, and I started doing videos. So the reason I started doing videos is for YouTube. Actually, I didn't even start my YouTube channel. Jefferson, my Jeff, he started my YouTube channel, and he was like, you should have a YouTube channel. And I was like, but why? Who wants to edit videos? Who has time for that? As I do most things that he tells me I should do. So, in 2000, I started selling in some boutiques, and I was selling boutiques, and la-di-da, and that was going really well. And then, I was doing lives, and that was going really well. And then, so I think it was 2019 is when I quit my job. Was it 2018 or 2000? Maybe it was 2018. I quit my job, and I started just doing this full time. And I just told Jeff that I wanted to just do this full time because it made me happy. And he was like, okay. So I started doing it, and then I don't know, it just kind of grew from there. And then he was like, well, you should have a YouTube channel. So he set up my YouTube channel, and then our goal for the YouTube channel was make it to 1,000 followers. Was it 1,000? 500. I think it was 1,000. To make it to 1,000 followers so that I could get monetized, so that I could get free beads from BB Craft, because they had sent out an email saying if you have 1,000 subscribers, then we will send you free beads and you can like make a video for us, right? So they still do that, by the way, FYI on that. So that was the original goal. And I did that. Well, I started my YouTube channel in 2019, but that was kind of like I wasn't really doing anything with it. And then I remember we went home from Christmas, and then it was like COVID stuff. Remember? So that was like kind of crazy. So then I got really into YouTube like when I was home during COVID, right? So we're just like making stuff and doing stuff, but still doing my Facebook lives. My husband is going to drive me crazy. Why? What did he do? Lagging on the iPad. I've tried going out and back in. Oh. So I can try to refresh the chat. Let me try to refresh it. I don't have any like naughty marks over here. Hang in there. So then what happened? Yeah, so anyway, I got going on the bead stuff because I was going to the Bead Store. And so the Bead Store has always worked with me ever since 2012 because I lived in Minneapolis, and it's about an hour drive out here. And I used to come out here, so like after I left St. Croix and went back into our house, when my mom got back from Arizona, Amber would just send me stuff. She'd just be like, I'd be like, here's some money, send me some stuff. Like, I don't have time to drive, or I was tired or whatever. And so she would just send me stuff. And then, so they've always been like, just really helpful. And then when I moved out to Cambridge, when me and Jeff finally bought our house, we moved out to Cambridge. And one of the reasons we moved to Cambridge is because it's only like 30 to 40 minutes from the Bead Store, but I don't have to drive on the interstate because I'm a really bad driver. I'm not a bad driver. I don't like to drive. It gives me anxiety. Mine is still sleeping. So anyway, when COVID hit, we started selling more beads because everybody was staying home. There wasn't really like a lot of demand for jewelry because nobody was going out anywhere. I pretty much lost almost all of my jewelry base when COVID hit. And so I was like, oh, now what? And then I was like, well, I'm just gonna keep beading, just keep getting ready. Like, I'm sure, like whatever we were doing all kinds of crazy stuff during that time on YouTube and whatever, and just doing the videos. And during that time, to make up some money is when I started designing for Jesse James Beads. So I did about a year with them. I think it was like a year where I did designs with them. And I started working with Beadalon and Softflex and like all the companies. And not to say that all of them were paying me, but some of them were paying me because I needed money. So I did that for a while, and then I was just like, well, why don't I just, like, people were asking me like, oh, Randy, when you go to the Bead Store, can you pick this up for me? And I was like, sure, no problem. And so I was like basically like a personal shopper. And I was like, oh, I'll just sell it to you in my Etsy shop. And then we got into doing that, and then other people seen that we were doing that, and they were like, oh, when you go to the Bead Store, can you look and see if they have any of this? And I was like, sure. And I would send like messages on Facebook, and I'd be like, they have this or they have that, and I would buy it, and then I would bring it home, and then you guys would, pay me. And then this went on for a while, and then I was like, well, maybe we should just have a sale. Like maybe, actually I think that was also Jefferson's idea. I don't remember. But I was like, we should have a live sale. Or he was like, you should have a live sale and see what that does. Because I used to sell my jewelry on live sale. And I was like, oh, on Facebook. So I was like, okay. So I had my first live sale, and then it kind of just took off from there. And then I was like working with Bead Jeff, and I was just like, hey man, like I worked with him for probably I want to say it was over a year. It was like well over a year. And then I was like, hey, do you think that, maybe you could, like, we could strike up a deal here about me selling my stuff online? And he was like, sure. And so we did that with like the inventory stuff. So a lot of the stuff that you see online, like it's a pretty nice situation because like most of the stuff that I can get from Jeff, like I basically have access to whatever Jeff has, is the moral of the story. So he's just like, oh yeah, just if you want to sell it on the sale, go ahead, So I have access to all the stuff he has, which is great because he goes to Tucson and he goes to all the shows and he goes to all the things, and he's been doing it for a long, long time. And then on top of it, I don't have to spend time pricing because Amber and Cassie do all that for us. They price everything. So it's got a sticker, it's got a price tag. We're not concerned about that kind of thing. We know that they've done their market research on it because they're selling it in the store in Taylor's Falls. I'm glad there's someone there to help you. Oh. So that's kind of how this all got started. And then I was just thinking about all these things because I was just like, people come up with some interesting questions on YouTube. Not so much on Facebook, like you guys who know me, but people who don't like really know me, they're like, they ask some interesting questions. Like I've had people be like, oh, like you're so unprofessional and like this, that, and the other thing, like send me nastygrams and stuff. And I'm just like, yeah, I'm just a girl in my basement with my dog and my cat who's really bad. Like I never said, I was never like, oh, I'm this spectacular YouTuber person or whatever. Like if that's what you came here for, you are misinformed. Like, I don't know. I don't know if they just think like YouTube people or whatever. I'm just like, yeah, I'm just like a girl in my basement with my dog. I don't know what to tell you. So the question to them is, what does professional look like? I'm like, we gotta zoom out for Rosanna's package. Holy Hannah. Wait, she sent stuff. Let me see if it's appropriate. It says, a gift, enjoy your gift from Randy Brown. Because I like that Rosanna said this. In all of the, I marked them all as gifts to myself. So she sent my gift note from myself. That's great. And I put in the gift note, happy sobriety birthday, Randy. Okay, this talks about the Mookite stones. Oh yes, I remember. Mookite stones. And then she's also sent me this. Let me see if this is appropriate. Not that it wouldn't be appropriate, but I just don't know if she has something that's just for me in here. Aha. Okay. So this is from Rosanna. She has sent me this card. She generally sends a card like this if you order from her shop. I've gotten a few of them. So this is a photograph, right, Rosanna? This is a photograph you took. Rosanna Bradford, Black Bear, Yellowstone National Park. So this is a photo, and you can feel like it's a photo, and it's like this is the little frame. So I actually have a couple of these. One is from Ireland, and I think there was another one. Anyways, and we put them up on our shelf. But so yeah, it's a bear. And then it just says, thank you so much for your order. I really appreciate it, Rosanna. P.S. I figured you would like the black bear. Yes, I do enjoy the black bear. My dog's name is Bear, and my native name is Holy Bear Robe. So that's very cool. I like the bear totem. Bears in general. So that's very nice. Thank you for that, Rosanna. And now we got packages, multiples it looks like. I don't know what's happening. Oh. Rosanna, am I supposed to be opening all this? So these are our tradesies from the Beadalon doings. Me and Rosanna did some tradesies. So she sent me the beads, the crimp beads, and I sent her some crimp tubes. I took the wire out of this pack so it would fit better. Okay, thanks, Rosanna. We've got three wires. These are the 7-strand beading wire. Got 3 of those. I do use these. I know some people are like, you know, they like the more numbers of strands, but I do use the ones that are small. Yes, it is yours. Thank you. And what's this? Ooh, I love these. Hey. I got some beads. They look to be check glass, and they got the ammonite circle spiral. I love the spiral. Where did these come from? The 6 looks familiar. And they're double-sided. I love them. Thank you so much. So this is our tradesy pack. I hope you got yours. And then this must be my order here. This other one. Oh. I love the check glass. Yes, super good. Okay, so here's Rosanna's information. It says in the rose garden. Looks like it's kind of small. It's got her information on there, and then her Gmail if you want to email her, and then she's got her little thank you card. Again, she's doing like I do with the little glitter tape and other little tapes, so I like it, obviously, because that's how we do our packages. I bought those especially for you. I got them from a lady here in Montana. I saw them and I thought, blue spirals? Yes! Blue spirals, perfect, exactly. So if you don't know my weird thing with spirals, I really like spirals because of this thing I watched on, it's about whales, where they do the bubble netting. So there's a whole lot of like geometry, blah, 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 whatever, special geometry stuff. But like the spiral is like a really cool thing. So it's like the ammonite, like the never ending connection of the earth. But I really like it because of the bubble netting with whales. If you've ever seen this, they only do it in Alaska. There's like a certain type of whale that does it. And they have usually 2 whales. But when the baby whales are little, then they have 3 whales. And they make a perfect spiral and they bubble net all the fish to the top. And I just think that's insane. And I love it. And they're blue. Thank you. Okay, so here we're going to open our package. Oh, she's got serious glitter tape. Uh-oh. There we go. So this one comes in bubble wrap, number 033. Oh, that's a cool system. Today is like Christmas for sure. You're just opening all your gifts. I know. The bubble thing is really cool to watch in person. I saw it in September of 2019. Yes! That's amazing. Oh yeah. Okay, so this guy right here, hope you can see all of it. Maybe I gotta go like this. This is the guy that we picked out. Oh yes. And then I asked Rosanna if she could just switch out these little charmy charms, and they look great. I love it. I love it. I love it. This is a mookite. These all look like mookite. And it's got little spirals. I don't know if you guys can probably see this, but it's got little spirals on the beads. Is that not the coolest? Yeah, I like the feathers too. So let's give her a try on here. It's got a magnetic clasp. And I like these because we sell these on Thunderhorse Descendant, and I'm gonna guess that this one came from Thunderhorse Descendant, so I trust it because it's a super magnet from Taylor's Falls. Because generally I'm not a magnet person, but if you need a magnet, highly recommend. I want to get my hand in there. Oop. Yes! I love it. If my shirt didn't have this silly Hawaii thing on it. I love it. Thank you, Rosanna. It's gorgeous. I like the little feathers. I could be going, can you just see me in my Johnny Cash t-shirt? Or this t-shirt, really? Yeah, smash it. The bone and the mookai with pewter spacers. And it's a rope spiral. Yeah, I love it. I love it. Super good. My mom has an old Kindle, so we share the Amazon account. I love it. It's very nice. Yes. It's very nice quality. I can tell that it's made on soft flex beading wire, and I love all the genuine stones. And as I recall, I don't think that it was super expensive. I highly recommend. Let's see what the next one is. I'm so glad you love it. Thank you. Did I order 2 things? I did. I had to get the earrings. I forgot about the earrings. You guys, I can't even remember from Friday. I can't even remember what I ordered. I got a free pair of earrings. So I think, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think Rosanna sends out these as little gifts when you order something from her. These little guys. Because I've ordered in the past and I've always gotten like a little pair like this extra as your free gift. So those are cute. And do they match? Do they match over here? Is that the goal? Let me see. Yeah, that's the goal. Just in case, because I ordered these and not the matching earrings. Okay. There we go. Smashing. Okay, but you guys, I've had these on my list. I've had these on my list for quite a while. I want to say like almost a long time. These guys right here. Now, I will say they are a little bigger than I thought they were going to be, but I didn't read the description. But that's fine because I like bigger. I just love the colors. I've had them on my list. I just love the colors a lot. They're double-sided. Let's try them on. Let's move that one out of the way. Maybe. There we go. I can't see. Oh, yes, they're back. Hey, they go with my shirt today because they got yellow. Oh, I like them. Great color. Yeah, they're green and purple and yellow, or like kind of greeny yellow, I guess. I can't see. I want to see, but you guys can see, but I can't see. But I like them. They go with this shirt really well. Yeah, super fun. Okay. So that is that. Okay, oh, so Rosanna does use her card as, you got your shop on here? Yeah, www.etsy.com/inrosesgarden. In Rose's Garden is the name of Rosanna's shop. Just like her YouTube channel and all her other little handles, her business name. So yeah, I like it. I think I'm going to wear the red ones today though to go with my necklace because I'm going to keep the necklace on. They're not red. They're kind of orangey. I like orange. There we go. Very nice. Those are all the gifts that I have to open today, but trust me, there's more coming. I don't even remember how many shops we went to, but I know it was quite a few shops. But I'm quite snazzy. And then I got my things from Naomi and Christine over here. So it was quite a haul, you guys. I was quite surprised about the Naomi Christine order. Yeah, so anyway, I just wanted to tell a little bit about Thunderhorse Descendant and like how we got going, doing the stuff that we do, how I am not at all a bead professional. Most of the ladies in this group know more than I do about beading, and I'm just out here doing it. That's the difference. But I don't care because I learn a lot of things from you guys, and if I have questions, there's always, my goodness, that necklace is gorgeous. Yes. There's always people for me to ask. I call them mommy questions. I'm like, hey, I have questions. Those are generally, mommy questions are like generally questions about life that I don't know. Because remember, I was an alcoholic, so there was a lot of things I didn't learn as a young person. And like me and Jeff just got our new house, and like there's like things and stuff. And so I've created relationships in this group where I could just call and I'm like, hey, I got mommy questions. Is this appropriate? Just called Karen the other day. I'm like, Karen, is this appropriate? She was like, no, it's not, Randy. So we started up the group, right? So if you're not involved in our group, we invite you to come to the group. Here's the rules. No bead left behind. We're not bead snobs. Be nice to people. Be welcoming. Don't try to sell your stuff in my group. Participate. We encourage people to leave comments that are meaningful to build the camaraderie between beaders and between people, because in essence it's a space where you can build a community, and that's what we tried to do. We did this by doing the FOC, was one of the things that we did, which is the Found Objects Challenge, which is going to be coming out on the 6th of September. And that was really helpful in people like kind of getting the gist of like how my brain works. So like people, I kind of weeded out the people who were not able to see the vision. I like that you are a real human. Oh, thank you. I enjoy being a human. You are a good teacher and easy to follow. Oh, thank you, Christine. So what happened is like, so the theory is like, all beads have a place, right? I'm very into like the meaning of the stones and where they came from and the history of things and the what's this mean and the symbolism and all these things. So all beads have a place. People really get hung up on the acrylic beads, and they're like, these beads are acrylic and they suck. And I'm like, no. No. All beads have a place. No beads left behind. No rules beading, right? Like that's kind of how we do. And I think that gives people like the space to express their beadwork in a way that maybe they never thought of doing before. And so the FOC is really helpful with that because you don't really have a choice, you know? In the FOC, you're going to get some things that need to be upcycled. These might be broken pieces of jewelry or acrylic beads or antique things or things that are not even beads. Like, and then you got to take that and you can add whatever you want to it. We got to see at least something from what you got in your little package into this design that you're going to create. And we have a before and an after picture. So before is what you got in your package and after is what you made. And there's no rules and nobody is a loser or a winner. Well, technically there is a winner, but it's not a judge contest. We just randomly do a ducky race. It's just a random ducky race. So everybody who participates get their name on the list. I put the list into the ducky race. Everybody gets a ducky, and then we let the duckies run, and then whoever's the winner is the winner. And we play for $50 worth of beady goodness from the Taylor's Falls Bead Store, and a book, and other stuff. And so it's just fun, right? But I think that it kind of moves some people out of the box. And this is a comment that I get all the time. Oh, Randy, all the time on YouTube. We love that you don't think about you think outside the box. And I'm over here like, there was a box? Because remember, I'm new to the beading game. I like to think of that as a positive, because I don't feel forced into all of these rules that there are in beading. Because I'm like, oh, you're going to do this with a 15, like a size 15 seed bead. I'm going to do it with like an 8mm gemstone. So it's like these different things. And I really enjoy beading, and I really enjoy being part of this group, and I really enjoy like everybody who comes and tells their story and talks about their things and stuff, appropriately. And like, there's people in this group who make amazing designs. It's just like, what? How did you do that? Come to my house and teach me how to do that. And so we've been encouraging people to set up their jewelry stores and to set up their websites and maybe make their own YouTube channel, and we're going to help you to do that. Because in the moral of the story, if you get nothing from this video, is that there's room for everybody in the jewelry arena, in the beading arena. There's room for all of us, because we're not the same, and I've said this numerous times. And we could even have the same beads and make the same thing, and it still wouldn't be the same, because all of our techniques are different. And our hands are like, memory in our hands is different, and like our wire wraps are different, and everything is different, right? And there's room for all of us. And I just get so upset when I hear people talking about, oh, the jewelry thing is so, what do they say? The jewelry is so overcrowded, or whatever they say. It's so overcrowded or whatever. And I'm just like, okay. So I don't know. I feel like there's just room for everybody, and that if we're in support of everyone, that there's just going to be, it's like, I see a lot of people. I'm out here. I don't watch a lot of bead videos. I really seldomly watch anybody else's bead videos or like things that they're doing. The only person that I used to watch was what's her name? The Orchid and Opal lady, because she did unboxings, and I like unboxings. Before I started like being busy, like I would watch her stuff because I liked her unboxings. I can't remember her name. Anyway, and I used to watch Sarah a little bit. Sarah Lovecraft. I used to watch her things just because she's funny. I just like her. But then I just got really busy, and then I hired Shannon, and this just has me and Shannon. That's all the Thunderhorse Descendant things is just me and Shannon over here doing stuff. So, there's not a lot of time for a lot of extra things. But yeah, so I don't know. I just think it's fun. I think that beading should be fun. And people had questions about my sobriety, and some people had questions about my sobriety, and I could feel the judgment. But listen, I've been sober a long time, and that is something I'm used to. So I just wanted to address that I came from a family of addicts and alcoholics. A lot of you were around here when my brother died from an overdose. That was in 2020. This is something that is normal for me. Like, these are normalized things. And being in sobriety for such a long time, there's a lot of societal things that people think, and some of them are true, but some of them are not true. And so I just want to put it out there that if you are maybe getting into the jewelry arena like I was, to just keep myself busy and doing things, and I really started to express my therapy and my creativity through making jewelry. Or if you are a mom, a sister, a family member, a grandma of someone who is struggling with addiction, a lot of the things that are going to happen can be, it can be very therapeutic with the beading to work out some of your emotions, just like art therapy. That's basically what it is. And that you're not alone. Like these things, if you are an addict or an alcoholic, or if you are a family member or a friend of an addict or alcoholic, like those things are stressful. They're especially stressful if you're not educated. So, like it's something that I'm really passionate about. And I like to build community just as I would if I was counseling still, and that's part of it. And I think that's why everybody can find a place here. And I think that's why I think that everybody has room in the bead arena, the jewelry making arena, just like in life, So anyhow, not to get too deep in the morning time after I just opened all my presents, but I got some nasty grams, and this is my get some education video. I find it sad when people decide not to bead because they can't do it like so-and-so did it. No, you do it like you did it, and that is absolutely unique. I agree, PK. There's a lot of things I can't do. That's why I just buy earrings from Gina, because I probably could do it, Gina. If Gina's on here, shout out to Gina. I probably could do it, but I just don't. I'm impatient. I don't want to do the seed bead work that's going to take to make those earrings. I will just order them for Gina, and I wish Gina would up her prices. Everybody has their own touch and look, no matter how many crafters there are. Exactly. And let's not even get into the colorway. Like, people make, people can make the same design, but like they're putting their own spin on the colors. Like a person who really does good colors in this group that I think of when I think of colors is Karen Waters. She does really good colorways, and Lori Walker, she always has wonderful colors. And if I was to do those designs, I probably would not put those colors together, but then when you see them together, you're like, oh yeah, that makes sense. And just also with myself, like I don't really know how to work that color wheel. I have one. I'm just like, I don't know. I'm more of a, you guys know I'm a design on the fly girl. I'm like, what do we got? Okay, that goes well together. I hate judgy people. We all have things. True. Alcoholism in my family is going back several generations. There's a lot of judgment out there. Yeah. So this might be an unpopular opinion, but it's a true opinion, and it's an educated opinion based on the fact that I went to school for this. There is a lot of debate about drug and alcoholism being disease or not, and whether you're on either side of that. I don't really care, but I believe that it is a disease because it changes the pathways in your brain. Drug and alcohol changes the pathways in your brain, which affects the way you think and the way you make decisions. So to me, alcoholism is a brain disease, and they say it's a disease of the mind that the body couldn't overcome, because the body is what always gives out. You always hear about people overdosing, or they have liver failure, or they're dying from, they have jaundice, liver failure, kidney failure, XYZ. That's the body giving out. Alcoholism played a big role in many childhood learning experiences. Some of that pain is still with us. Yeah. And I mean, I just think like if people were to become educated about things, like we get seriously educated about our beads. What if we did a deep dive into that? I did. Or other things that maybe we're struggling with. I try to get curious, not judgmental, but because I put these things out on the internet, which I totally understand. Everybody has an opinion. I do get a lot of nasty grams about things, and I'm just like, okay, well, what do you want me to say about that? What do you want me to say? I watched my parents. I don't drink or smoke. My mom smoked and my dad drank, and he died. of a massive heart attack and my mom of COPD. So, addiction of the mind that the body couldn't overcome. There's so many different colors of beads. We can all learn from each other. Exactly. I just started making jewelry within the last 6 to 8 months. I've learned so much from everyone in this group. It also has given me the confidence to show my jewelry to people, so selling is next. Yeah, oh, that's another thing, Leah. I do find that a lot of people, not you guys, but like some people, these people send the nasty grams that always have things to say, and I'm like, oh, let's go over to your Etsy shop or to your group page and let's look at your items and let's see what we got going on there. And then it's like, oh, you don't have your things on the internet because you don't have confidence enough to be judged? Okay. The thing is like, for me, I realized that too when I was scared, when I first started putting my stuff on the internet. I think I first started putting my stuff on, I want to say it was a Jesse James group is where I started first putting my stuff because they were sending me beads, right? And I was like, I remember when I got my first Jesse James beads mystery box was in like 2019, like the Christmas of 2019. Jeff bought me the mystery box for Christmas, I think it was. And it was like a subscription. And I was like, oh. And I had never seen those types of beads before. And so I was really excited about it. And I was like putting my stuff on the internet. And then I started to realize like, oh, like I'm not for everybody. And that's fine. Like, my styles are not for everybody. I get that. As long as I like them, you know, I feel like that's fine. But they're not for everybody. Some people like little tiny dainty things. Some people like big chunky things. Like me, the bigger the better. The bigger the better. The more bright and colorful, the better. But that's who I am. I don't know if you noticed all this loud, noisy colorfulness going on over here. That's who I am. Other people aren't like that. They like to be more subtle. They like to have maybe a little smaller, minimal things, and that's fine too. There's nothing wrong with that. I do find the challenge to be that I struggle to make those types of items because that's really not like my vibe. But I've been trying lately to do smaller little items. But I would just say if you're scared of putting your stuff out there, the number one thing you have to realize is that you're not going to be for everybody. And that's okay. The people who are going to like your designs are really going to like your designs. It's going to be their vibe. And those are the people that you want, right? Those are the people that you want as your customers because that's their vibe. They're going to like you. You're going to resell to these people. And your items are going to find a nice home. They're going to be loved. You know, they're not just going to be like worn and then it's like, oh, I didn't really like that. And then, you know, whatever. So they're going to find a nice home, a forever home, if you will. And it's going to be with somebody who's going to enjoy them. And those are the people that you want. But you got to weed through all the other people to get there. I'm reading a good book right now called Let Go Now. It's about detaching from other people's problems. Well, in addition to being an AA, I'm a double winner. So I also went to, I was in Al-Anon for quite a while. If you didn't know, Jefferson, he goes to Al-Anon. Because Al-Anon is for people who, family and friends of people who have addicts or alcoholics in their lives. And I learned a lot about how to detach from problems that are not mine. How to not take responsibility for other people's actions and behaviors, and how to not change my opinions or my feelings based on what maybe somebody else is feeling or doing. And that was really helpful to me because I was very codependent. The internet is brutal. True. It is brutal, but I mean, and it's like, if I get nasty grams, I'm not saying like they're not hurtful, but I just say, no, well then this is not for you. And then I'm just like, you guys, shout out to the person, big shout out to the person who goes around on all my stuff and just puts thumbs down. I've apparently offended someone. I don't know who it is. I don't know if they work for another bead person or something, or they just don't like me. But they just go around and they put this thumbs down on everything. They put and I know they do it because they put thumbs down on Mr. Bunsen. Everybody loves Bunsen. I was just like, huh, interesting. So I got that going for me. I'm always go big or go home, but I find there are people who always go for my smaller things. Yeah, and then that's true too, Rosetic. So then that becomes a challenge for myself, where I'm like, okay, can I make something little? Can we make it simple? Do we know when to stop? That's usually the problem. Don't know when to stop. I'm just like, but this would make it better because more is more and more is better. But it does become a challenge. As a former addict, I have been sober for 6 years, and I just lost my husband to heroin overdose a year ago, and some people just don't make it out, unfortunately. So I'm really proud of the ones that can. Oh. Well, congratulations on your 6 years of sobriety. I'm so sorry to hear about your husband. Congratulations on your sobriety celebration. Really takes a lot to come out alive and do well. Yeah, being in sobriety is the hardest thing. I've done a lot of things. Being sober is the hardest thing I've ever done in my life. Ever. And will probably be the hardest thing that I've ever done. And I do a lot of stuff. So it's an ongoing thing, and people ask me about it. I go to meetings twice a week, and I have a sponsor, so I just live up the road from the church, and so it's really nice because I can just go to my meetings, but I still go to meetings twice a week, because when I stop putting that in the forefront of my mind, it's really easy to get swept up in like life, and I have a job, and there's things to do, and there's stress, and there's kids, and there's your relationship with your significant other, and just like all this crap, that's coming at you. And it's really easy to be like, oh, I can't go this week because I've got to do this thing, and I'm tired, and I'm whatever. And I just don't do that. No matter how tired I am, I go. No matter how, I'm just like, oh, but I can just go next week. It'll be fine. That's how it happens. I don't let, what do they say? Don't let drunk people drive your car, and don't let water in your boat. Don't let water in your boat, meaning like if you don't let the alcohol in, you can't sink your boat. My brother died from liver disease at a young age. Praying for you and your family. Register a business and get a tax ID before selling. That's what makes it really scary. Leah, in my state, you have to register a business and get a tax ID before selling. That one makes it really scary. Yeah, Leah, that's not scary. You need to just get on. You can do all that from your house. You get online and you just go to the Secretary of State. You're gonna register your business name. You got to get a business name, pick a business name, register it with your Treasurer of State. Or state treasurer, state secretary, and they have a place for all that on there. And then you're going to go online to your state taxes, and you're going to just look for the thing that says you want to sign up for a sales tax ID number. When you do that, you can then you don't have to I don't know if your state requires you to be a business, but most states allow you to use your social security number to sign up as a sole proprietor. So you'll be a sole proprietor instead of a business if you don't have an LLC. Your state might be different, but most states allow for sole proprietorship, and then you just sign up. And then once you have that number, you can utilize that number to get wholesale discounts on beads and other business-related items, so that you can then make a profit on your business. So it shouldn't be a scary thing. It should be an exciting thing. You can do it. We believe in you. I love your style and find you to be someone I would be a friend with if we lived near each other. But online is as close as it can be. I am a tall person. I like small jewelry. I am a tall person. I like small jewelry. Is that a thing, Karen? Tall people like to wear small things? Is that a thing? I don't get it. I'm so proud of you. And if they feel the need to say something not nice, the issues is theirs, not yours. In general, we tend to absorb people's opinions over our own. Yeah, well, and that's the thing. I try to just I just look at the things that I make and I say, when I started my beading, I said, do I like this? Would I wear this? Because what if nobody buys this? And then I'm going to have to be stuck with it. Would I wear it? And if the question was no, then I was like, okay, that's probably not it. I can't get away from making sets. I struggle with making just one item. Why, Danielle? You don't have to make a set. You could just make one. Do you like to wear sets? Or do you think other people like to wear sets? Raise your hand if you like to wear sets. Do you like sets? Or are you mismatchy? Everybody is proud of Kelly. Yes, staying sober is very hard. Addiction is horrible. I wish it would take more seriously and treatments were more accessible. No one chooses this. Agree. Water in the boat. Yeah, don't let water in your boat, and don't let drunk people drive your car. That means if you see someone who is clearly acting in a negative behavior, if you see someone who is acting in a negative behavior, an old using behavior, or even they're just being crappy and judgy or whatever, those are the drunk people we don't let drive our car. Our car is our emotions and our actions, our way of thinking. So we're not going to let somebody else be in charge of how we're going to think, feel, or react to whatever craziness they're doing, because they might just be having some kind of their own issue. We don't let drunk people drive our car. I don't wear sets. I don't wear sets either, really. Both. Anything goes. I struggle with creating. It's more about things not being organized well enough for me. Do you like matchy-matchy? I am not a matchy-matchy girl. I will say that. I don't particularly like matchy-matchy. I'll buy the sets, but I very seldomly wear them together. Unless they're a set that's like, it's not matchy-matchy, you know? Like it's like this, and then it kind of has some things that tie it together, but it's not like exactly the same. Yep. Do you know what I mean? Depends on my mood. I'd like to make some mix and match sets, something I can put on while running out the door. Small jewelry for me. I want the gorgeousness to show. Oh. I'm excited I found this Found Objects Challenge. One of the reasons why I enjoy watching you. Well, good. I have to have a temporary tax. Don't understand what? A lot, including and myself. I don't understand sobriety first without it. The self, the family, and everything else falls apart. Yeah. Cohesive sets. Yeah, I guess I don't care for cohesive sets. Wait, does that mean matchy-matchy? Short people rule. I am short. I am very short. I don't know. I just feel like, I spent a lot of time, the moral of the story is that I spent a lot of time feeling bad and feeling depressed and feeling self-pity and being selfish. That I didn't know who I was going to be without the alcohol, because I had depended on the alcohol for so long. Because at the end of the day, all addiction is pain. There's pain. So I just took that and I was like, okay, I'm going to build this life that I want. The life that I don't have to, that I want to have. And in order to do that, I got to be better. I got to work on these things. I got to look in the mirror. I got to be honest. I got to get rid of toxic people in my life. I got to do all these things. And then when I got into the beading portion, it was really nice because I really like to use my creativity because I hadn't used it in so long. So I was like, oh, I really like to create things and I really like this and I want to build a company and I want to have a community and I want to do all these things. And so I did that. And I think that jewelry making and beading is just a way to like express more of who you are. Like, you know, people who don't know me, I'm very colorful, I'm loud, I got like wear all the jewelry like as much as possible without hurting my neck, and do all these things, and that's just who I am. I'm very bright, but that's who I am now. That's not who I always was, you know. So I think that it just, like the jewelry making and stuff, it just helps to like bring out some of the new challenges that I'm looking for, you know, new challenges, and helps me to work on things. And when it bothers me, I ask myself, why is this bothering me? You know, why does this bother me? Like, as an example, if I wanted to make little tiny things, and I'm like, oh, I don't like it. I'm like, why? Why don't I like it? Is it because it's small? Is it because the design is bad? Is it because I don't like the colors? Like, what's happening? And, you know, not everybody puts that much, like, psychology into their beadwork, but I do. I think it's fun. That's the fun part. And I like the history of the beads and everything. So, anyway, those are some of the questions that I got. The number one question that I get on Thunderhorse Descendant is, why is the name of your shop Thunderhorse Descendant? It's because my mom is Carol Thunderhorse, and so I am the descendant of Thunderhorse. But I named my shop after my dad, after my stepdad, Verdell Thunderhorse, who we don't really get along now, but in the past, there was a lot of turbulence when they got married, and a lot of family members said judgment and things and stuff, and we're not going to do this. And I did not do that, and so I named my company after my stepdad, as a way to welcome him into our family and to accept him. And that's why I did it. Donna, I won't tell. What aren't you telling? So, you know, that's what happened. That's why I did Thunderhorse Descendant. The honor and the name is very important, and so that's why I named it that. You guys are funny. Anyhow, I'm just blabbering on at this point, but yeah, the moral of the story is that, you know, I'm just a person with a life who does things, and do my best to do all the things, and I am a recovering alcoholic. That doesn't change the fact that I can still make kick-ass jewelry, and I love my company, and I've been working on it for, I say, since 2018, so I've been working on it for about 5 years. And we're in a transitional period right now where we're switching off of Etsy because we outgrew them. Well, and other things. But we outgrew them, and now we're going to move into a new website. And so it's a transitional thing. So I've just been looking back on some of these things. And then it was my sobriety birthday. So I was just like, well, there's a lot of new people around here. I might as well just jump on in and say all the things. We put 5 foot on your license. Oh no. I hear your story and your outlook on life, Randy. It is inspiring. It really inspires me, and it's such great advice, especially for those of us who in recovery or their addiction. Oh, well, thank you, Kelly. You're welcome anytime. I hope you do some beading and come on down and show us your stuff. Congratulations and enjoy your day. Yeah. I'm going to bounce off here. Honestly, you guys, I thought Shannon was going to come to work today, but I guess not. So, I have this little list, and so on my list is I got Randy's list and Shannon's list, and now I guess I have to do both lists. Anyways, you guys, I am going to be sending out links today, so hopefully I'm going to do that right after this, and then I'm going to move in. Just FYI, I do have I think it's a Softflex video coming out today. Probably in a few minutes. And then I'm going to record another Softflex video because they also sent me the Foxy Lady one, the new one. And I want to have it ready for after they post their stuff on the 31st. So I can post mine up the next day or whatever. So I gotta get it unpacked. I don't even know what's in there, so, you know. All right, you guys. I hope you all have a wonderful, spectacular, amazing beading day. Come over to the Facebook group if you're not. All that stuff's in the description of this video. If you're not involved in our community, come and be part of the community. We would love to have you. And I will see you tonight on live on Facebook for at 8 o'clock for things and stuff. Okay? Thank you, everybody who sent me the presents and who sent their orders and everything. I love all of it. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.